Once upon a time, in a thriving town full of noise, movement, and ambition, lived a humble merchant. Every day, he worked tirelessly selling salt in the local market to feed his family. He had a loving wife and 2 sons, each as different as night and day. The elder son was quiet, introverted, and always hesitant to speak. People saw his silence as weakness. His younger brother, on the other hand, was outgoing and confident, easily winning the favor of customers and neighbors alike. Despite being honest and kind, the elder son was constantly ridiculed. People labeled him a fool. His father, too, grew impatient with his timid nature and often scolded him harshly. Words meant to push him forward only pushed him further into the shadows. Years passed. The elder son struggled through school, unable to express what he knew. Fear froze his words, and he barely passed his exams. Eventually, his father summoned him to help in the shop, hoping responsibility would build character. But fear made him clumsy, forgetful, and anxious, fueling his father's frustration. One fateful day, while the merchant was away, 2 cunning thieves visited the shop. They lied with confidence. "Your father sent us to collect the salt for the city market." The young man hesitated. He wanted to ask questions, but didn't. Moments later, they were gone, with everything. When the merchant returned and saw the empty shop, his fury knew no bounds. "You worthless boy! You let them steal from us! You've ruined everything! Leave and never come back!" Broken, humiliated, and consumed by guilt, the young man wandered to the riverbank. The water shimmered beneath the evening sun, inviting him into its silence. He stood on the edge, whispering, "I am a failure. I was born weak. I don't belong in this world." Just as he prepared to jump, a calm voice interrupted him. "Don't do it," said a young disciple who happened to pass by. "Your life is far from over." The young man cried, "Why would you stop me? I'm nothing. I'm hated by my father, laughed at by people, and paralyzed by fear." The disciple replied with wisdom beyond his years, "Failure is not the end. Quitting is. If you are breathing, your story isn't over." Moved by his words, the young man followed him to a forest ashram where a saint sat in silent meditation under a large tree. The saint listened to his story without judgment and then said, "I can help you, but for 3 days you must follow my instructions exactly." Desperate for change, the young man agreed. The saint said, "Speak to 10 strangers, ask about their lives. Listen, then return." Terrified, the young man tried. Some ignored him, some mocked him, but he kept going. By evening, he had spoken to 10 people, and something inside him shifted. "I did it," he whispered, amazed. "Now teach 10 children about water," said the saint. "Me? But I'm uneducated," he protested. The saint smiled. "They don't know that. Teach them what you know." His hands trembled as he stood before the children. He stammered, sweated, but spoke.
"Now," said the saint, "go to your father. Ask forgiveness." "No, I can't." "If you don't, I cannot give you the final lesson." With trembling steps, the young man returned home. He bowed before his father and spoke with new courage. "I made a mistake, but I am ready to try again, not as the old me, but as someone stronger." His father, shocked, saw something he hadn't seen in years. hope. He forgave him. The young man returned to the saint. "What is the secret to success?" he asked. The saint smiled. "You already found it. Your enemy was never your shyness, it was your fear. Confidence isn't born, it's built day by day, moment by moment. Act brave until you become brave. Walk through fear and you will find yourself." Years passed, and the once timid boy became a respected man, a leader, a mentor, a man who no longer feared failure.
Remember this: people see you as you present yourself. Even if you feel weak, stand tall. Even if you feel unworthy, speak up, because confidence is a choice. Your limits live in your mind. Believe in yourself, act, and become the person you were born to be.